A wizard is never late, nor is he early. He arrives precisely when he needs to. Hello to all you geeks and degenerates. Welcome back to another episode. And yes, as you've seen in the thumbnail and in the introduction, we are doing Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring. Well, we are doing the extended edition, but it's kind of the same editions either way. You're still getting the same story. Before we go on to the story and characters, let's play a game of Can You Guess? Can you guess who was the first picks to play Gandalf?
Patrick Stewart.
Yes.
Sean Connery. Oh, what?
Yes, and him and Sean Connery.
Okay. Cool.
Another pick was Sir David Bowie for either Gandalf or Elrond.
Yeah, I can see it. Not for Gandalf.
And another pick for Gandalf was Sam Neill.
Oh. I mean, I love. Fuck, what's his name?
Ian McKellen.
Ian McKellen, Magneto. But I would have loved to have seen Sam Neill as Gandalf. Because the dude was my childhood hero. Jurassic Park and all.
Do you know Jake Gyllenhaal was almost Frodo?
Imagining Jake Gyllenhaal with curly hair.
And a lot shorter.
Or, yeah. I think it would have worked. He's a good actor.
Yeah. For Aragorn, I've found Russell Crowe,
Mm-hmm.
Nicolas Cage, and
No.
Daniel Day-Lewis.
I say Russell Crowe is the best from all of them.
And if they gotten this choice, the important thing to Aragorn would have been family.
Oh my god.
Yes, Vin Diesel, folks.
What did you watch Pitch Black before fucking making this?
And maybe they saw his tape for his role in Saving Private Ryan. They're like, damn.
Oh, what? Him getting shot and landing on a piano?
Yeah.
Alright.
But yeah, those are all the alternative castings I could find. And James Gordon was almost Sam, so there we go. I don't like James Gordon though. I think he's fine.
Oh wait, where was he from again?
That carpool karaoke.
No. Oh well, just move on.
Anyway.
You started us strong with guess who was almost in the Lord of the Rings.
Uma Thurman was almost Arwen.
I could see it.
Yeah.
But I like the choice that they went with.
But
what's her name?
we all love these characters and the actors and actresses they play. I'm sorry, that was supposed to be vice versa. But anyway.
Yes.
we
Professional. We looks
But
like
yeah, you can't really separate them, you know.
Oh, dude, nobody missed a step here. Like, nobody felt out of place when it comes to acting.
Yeah.
Everybody was like, yeah, you're fit for the role.
So we start out in a nice quiet Shire, and in the extended edition, Bilbo kind of gives more of the backstory. One thing that really stood out to me is, Bilbo being like, us hobbits, we like to be ignored, and we don't mind being ignored. It's a quiet life.
Yeah, it's a very, like, nobody goes out of the Shire. I almost said Gyre, sorry. The Shire.
The Gyre's gym. The Shire gym.
Yeah. But, like, I don't know, I kind of like that lifestyle over there for a bit. And then, as you, like, stay with him for a little bit longer, I'm like, drinking, eating, and smoking.
I mean,
every day till you die. I'm like,
what you're saying something, considering, Bilbo's story. You're like, yeah, I see why you would like to prefer that life after being chased by a massive dragon and orcs all around.
No, he wanted to get out of that life, man.
Like, yeah, but if you see why he wants to stay in this life from now on.
Shit's too dangerous out there.
Yeah. It's like, have you seen what I've seen?
I mean, like, I love this callback because, like, I really got into Lord of the Rings kind of late.
Me
I
too.
didn't watch this. Yeah, I watched this like as soon as the first Hobbit movie came out, and that's when I started watching the rest of the Lord of the Rings films. And seeing that, oh, those are the orcs that Bilbo ran into. Oh, they're talking about the dragon underneath the mountain. I'm like, wow. Like it's little hints, like, oh, if you read The Hobbit back in 1937, uh, like, oh, I see these like little Easter eggs that I didn't know about.
Yeah. They also
But
name dropped Thorin at one point. Like, oh
oh yeah,
damn.
they mentioned Thorin because they gave Bilbo 10 rings of mithril,
Yeah.
uh, yeah, mithril rings, and then those cost way more than the entire Shire would like meant to or something like that.
Though the Shire may be quiet, but the rest of Middle Earth isn't, according to the intro, where um, be, in the beginning. The beginning actually was like somewhere, I think, in the middle of the first book. But like they were
Mm.
like, you know what, let's put that intro in the beginning, and I think it works well. I've never read the books, but for a movie, I think it works supremely well, and it catches you on the backstory. Like, oh, 3 rings to the elves, 7 to the dwarves, 9 to men, and Sauron deceives them all, and he
And-
forges the 1 ring to rule them all in Mount Doom in Mordor.
Yeah, spit those bars. Spit those bars. No, that was good. That was good. But like, yeah, I don't know. I did. To be honest, I wasn't really paying attention in my first watch of this fucking movie. And then when I rewatched it a few years later, I was like, shit, I didn't know that. So rings actually had meaning in this fucking world. So I was like, oh, I thought it was just that one.
Hmm.
But no, like each one mattered. Like when the elf lady that's a wizard had one as well, I was like, oh shit, she important. That's why he gave her
Galadriel.
one. Yeah. Look, I'm horrible with names, you know that.
Um, but yeah, it opens up with a big battle, and you see Sauron get defeated, and you never see his imposing form ever again in any of these movies. Actually, you just see him as the Eye, which is kind of a shame because I like seeing him kick ass, just swing around that maze and just.
No, I didn't get that. Like throughout the entire movie, we never see somebody holding the ring and being able to swipe 10 people off the ground.
Yeah, but not everybody's Sauron.
I know, but why is a ring that makes you invisible make you rule the world? I don't
People
get
who
it.
read the books tell us,
Yeah, please do, because we are not really, experts
and the lore, but
in-
we love the movies.
in the lore. Yeah, but I don't get it that why this ring, the one that makes you invisible and makes sends you to like this astral plane. How does that give you the power to rule the world?
I don't know. Maybe for 2 hours I'll go deeper into the lore.
Oh,
But yeah.
we are going through the 3 movies, right? Just not
Not today.
every day, just not today. Just like one at a time, because it is 3 to 4 hours of our lives.
It's good fucking 4 hours though.
That's true, but like still,
Um,
I got other shit to do.
and like you see Sauron get defeated by Isildur, who you think, oh, he must have been a great king. Nah. And
Man,
Elrond tells a story of like, that's why I have no faith in man, because I've seen them fail. You see him being like casted into the fire, Isildur. Isildur, come back!
Wait.
I shouldn't. Oh, fine.
No, but yeah, like even like in D&D lore, man is like the biggest problem. No, seriously, like here in Lord of the Rings, and they kind of I think they adapted it to D&D as well. The biggest problem that people have is man, because one, they're able to be corrupted, but they're so smart and so, how would you say, they survive well. Like if there's this big thing that they can't get across, they will find a solution and break it down. And you see that here, like people, elves, dwarves, they don't like man. It's like man is like, you can fuck off, fuck you. But then again, they have to come together because there's this big threat that's coming because of the fucking ring. Or I don't know. I like seeing that. I like seeing that in fantasy novels and fantasy games where we're not that great. Like the world would be better out without
without
us.
us. Um,
Better off without us. Sorry.
he also learned that the ring, after Isildur was killed, somewhere along the way was taken by Gollum and then taken by Bilbo. If you've seen The Hobbit, you know already the story behind that
Yeah.
and their game of
Yeah.
riddles.
Yeah.
But it's given Bilbo a prolonged life and makes him super paranoid to the point where he turns kind of scary when he sees it again in the where Elrond is. I forgot. Rivendell.
Rivendell. Yeah.
He's like, oh, it's my ring.
Now that's one thing I didn't get also. So this is 60 years after the events of The Hobbit, and Bilbo stole the ring, and probably how old was Gollum? 200 something.
Mhm.
Yeah, he lived around 300 years, right? So he's like 200 something around that time. But Bilbo lived on having the ring in his pocket for 60 more years. How come here Bilbo kind of like died? I mean, spoilers for the other movies, Bilbo kind of passes away.
Yeah, because he doesn't have the ring anymore.
Yeah, but how did Gollum survive 60 years without it? He is a hobbit too.
I guess it was like it corrupted him so much that's like he's too far gone. Like
I
it
guess.
doesn't matter at this point.
Again, we are relying on the comments here. Please let us
yeah.
know if there's anything that we like. Oh, somebody put a spell on him. They lived a little bit longer.
You know what? At that point, I'm like, you know what? I'll suspend my disbelief.
I guess, yeah. But then again, with a series with such deep lore, I kind of want to know. But anyway,
But in the Shire, you get the introduction to not only Sam but Pippin and Merry, and of course
Merry.
Gandalf, where you've heard the introduction already. But
Mhm.
Gandalf, I love Gandalf. Like he's one of those Yoda types, but like he has kind of a rougher edge to him. Like
the dude's not lesson. Was this? Oh, make a mistake and no lessons learned. No, he's like, oh, I wish you fell into the well so we wouldn't have to deal with your stupidity. I'm like, oh.
like he might smack you with that book, Pippin.
He'll hit you with that rod. Fuck you.
But you learn that the enemy is approaching fast and is looking for the ring, and Gandalf's is very worried about Bilbo. Bilbo was like, "Why are you so agitated, man? Why did you tell all your party guests to fuck off? Essentially, is there something you're hiding?" And then he's like, "You want the ring for yourself?" And he's like, "I'm not trying to rob you, man. I'm just trying to help."
No, but I love that thing where, like, I think the Gyre doesn't really know Bilbo's story. And I don't think they know this. Sorry, the Shire. I was watching a D&D podcast. They called the Shire the Gyre. Sorry, it stuck to me. Was this they don't know what Bilbo actually went through with Gandalf, and I think they just know that Gandalf is that big wizard dude who comes on,
Yeah,
like who comes along every
nice fireworks
year.
and shit.
Yeah, but nobody knows that these guys have been through war.
Like when he was writing the there and back again, I was like, that's strange. It's not called the Battle of the Five Armies.
Oh yeah, it's there and back again. I was like, oh wait, what do you expect Bilbo to do? Just release all of, like an unexpected journey, the desolation of Smog, and then 5 armies?
Like, damn, Bilbo, you stop cramming so many characters. That's enough of the Hobbit complaints.
Yeah.
But Frodo has to set off on his own journey this time, and Gandalf's like, you know what? I'll meet up with you. I'll just talk to my old good friend Saruman. He'll know what to do with the ring, because he's wise that way.
Yeah, we're friends.
Yeah.
Right?
Though, every time Saruman's kicking Gandalf's ass, they're kicking each other's asses. Like, I kind of laugh because I'm like, you can tell that these aren't them. These are the stunt doubles.
They're doing flips and chills. Like, damn, Sir Ian McKellen would not be able to walk after this.
Neither would Christopher Lee, especially Christopher Lee.
I don't know. I feel like Christopher Lee can take it. The man was an SAS, like, operatives.
Yeah, but he's still, sure. But I miss Christopher Lee, and I love Christopher Lee in this role.
Same here.
Like, he's has such uh, immense and intimidating voice. He's like,
Hmm.
"You must join us, Gandalf." And Gandalf's like, I guess he got to Saruman first. I'm gonna go, fam. Bye." Oh, the door's shut. Fuck.
I'll go the other way. Thanks. Fuck.
When I first watched this, because I used to watch this in parts, like I would always catch the beginning. I'm like, shit, I got stuff to do. The middle, I'm like, I don't know the context. The end, when I caught the end, so I was like, fuck, missed again. So when it came to Netflix, I finally got to see it in late 2017. So watch all of these movies, and I'm like, fuck, I've been messing up, bro. Before we go on, my only first exposure, and my mom was ashamed of me because of this, was was Lego Lord of the Rings.
You son of a bitch! Because I remember there's a scene there that ruined the entire movie for me. And I mean, it didn't really ruin it. It's just like, oh, that's just such a bitch slap to the role. But it was Sean Bean. When he was what's his name?
Boromir.
Boromir, and he gets shot by the arrows. That scene made me tear up. I'm like, oh, fuck. Like, I know he was crazy, but damn. But then they changed it with a banana. And they made and they have like this, like, the stock sounds of like the actual movie being played. I'm like, this is heresy.
Hey man, those Lego games are creative, if anything else. But yeah, I like when Gandalf died. I was like, Mom, I didn't know Gandalf the Grey is Gandalf the White. Where do you learn that? The Lego game. She's like, ah.
Damn it! I wish she found this out in the other ways, son.
But yeah, Frodo has to set up on his own quest, and he learns that, oh, I guess Gandalf's not going to meet me in the prancing pony. Even
Are you okay?
Sorry.
Kanina ka pa.
The prancing pony, even though the director is here watching me. Because if you notice, Peter Jackson's in the background.
What?
Yeah, he's
That's who?
like some random bar person.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I love this entire time. Like, Pippin was with Frodo, and Frodo was like, "Oh, I'm Underhill. Yeah, that's my last name." And then Pippin's like, "Oh yeah, I know Baggins right there."
Like, Pippin, you snitch.
No, dude, it is so stupid because it's usually Pippin or Merry who are the ones who are fucking this shit up. Oh, I'll give it to Sam as well. Because they're running from the Nazgul. I'm sorry, I'm skipping ahead. Yeah, we meet Strider and Chip. But they're running from the Nazgul.
We're at exactly this point where we meet Strider, Aragorn.
Yeah. But yeah, they meet him. They run away from the Nazguls, and then they camp at like this like weird cemetery, I think. What? At the middle of the night, they just got hungry and started cooking. I'm like, you idiot! You're not trying to stay inconspicuous.
The Nazgul, when I saw these movies as a kid, terrified the shit out of me.
What do you mean you saw this as a kid? You saw this in 2017.
No, like I said, I caught it in parts. Like I remember,
okay, got it.
like relatives like channel surfing it. I was like, "What's this? Lord of the Rings? It looks cool." I saw the Nazgul. Like, I'm going to the other room. I don't want to have nightmares tonight.
Yeah, those were really cool, like Dark Soul villains.
Like, damn, these 9 men with the 9 rings really let themselves go.
Those were the human, right? Human
Yeah.
people were
Yeah.
with the rings. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, as I said, the 9 men. 9
Yeah.
rings to 9 men.
Yeah. Little did I know that I knew about the Nazgul. Like I see them in like media and shit. I was like, I never knew those were their backstories, which I find really cool.
You know how I found out about them being the 9 men?
Oh.
Shadow of Mordor.
Oh,
I was like, what the
You
fuck?
sad bastard.
I know.
You sad
like I was just reading the lore. I'm like, oh, this is. Wait, what?
Oh, that's the Nazgul.
And you haven't even met their leader yet, which we'll get to eventually.
He has a dragon.
Yeah. Can't be killed by any man, though. Hint, hint.
But she ain't no man.
Anyway, when Frodo gets stabbed, the first time I saw this through and through, I was like, he's in the other movies, right? Don't tell me they've been lying to me this whole time. It's Sam the whole time.
Okay. As much as I love this movie, and I love you, Elijah Wood, I really can't take him seriously when he gets stabbed. The man, Peter Jackson, I'm blaming you for this one, but you don't need to stay on Elijah Wood's face for that long to show us that, yeah, he's hurt. Like, just show us what Strider's doing. Show us whatever Pippin, Sam, and Mary's doing. Stop focusing on Elijah moaning. I'm like, I don't like this. It's making me uncomfortable.
But that's where we also meet Otterwin, played by Liv Tyler, and Otterwin's pretty badass. Like the scene when she's like, if you want him, take him. And she just draws out her sword, and you're like, oh shit. And then she says the magic words, and the river comes running through. And then we get to Rivendell, where, before we go on, all of these landscape shots are just fucking beautiful.
Hell yeah. At some point you're like, this is Middle Earth.
Yeah.
Like, because to me before, Middle Earth was just like, oh, it's just the land where Lord of the Rings is. Now you get to see the scope of it once you realize, like, oh, Middle Earth's huge and very beautiful. Not gonna.
Yeah, like damn, no wonder tourism in New Zealand has really popped up during those movies.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Yeah,
New Zealand,
especially if they're.
it's
Yeah,
a
that's where they
beautiful
film
place.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like, especially I love the moments where they're up on the mountain and then they look at the horizon. I'm like, that's pretty.
Like, I think I heard a story of where, for the swords and other armor set pieces, they just found like a local blacksmith. Like,
That poor blacksmith.
I know, but he's like, I get good money.
I guess, but like that's like 1,000 swords. Like
Right.
shit, man.
And they filmed
I hope they
these,
gave you like 2 years in advance.
and they filmed this back to back.
You really know, like
Yeah. That's why
Oh.
everybody was like, this is such a risk, you know. No one has ever done this before. Three fantasy films. Fantasy films didn't really do so well back then.
no, we didn't get a lot of those until like Harry Potter. And
Yeah, this
Harry
came out-
Potter and this
Yeah.
came out at the same time, and these were the times where like everybody was like, damn, maybe fantasy's not just for nerds. Yeah,
Sure.
so like,
But they're like, the enemy is coming. We need to find a way to destroy this ring. And at first, they're all fighting amongst each other, like the dwarves and the elves and the men. Then Frodo's like, you know what? I'll take it. I'll bring it to Mordor. And then they're all
what's up with you in the accent?
Mordor.
I like it,
I just
I
like
like it, I
Christopher
like it.
Lee's way of saying it.
Mordor.
But before that, like, I love the scene where Boromir's tempted, and then before Elrond can say anything, Gandalf starts saying the black speech of Mordor, and everybody's like, "Oh, fuck! Stop it,
It's
please!"
like, like I love how when people start speaking the language of Mordor, the people are just like, I'm like, yeah, that would stop a room. And when he speaks, does he do that when he gets mad? Does the atmosphere just become darker, or is that when he just speaks Mordor?
The Hobbit kind of ruins this because you're like, you think the enemy's approaching, you think Sauron's returning, bitch, Sauron pinned you to a wall in Desolation of Smaug. What do you mean, you think? Shouldn't Gandalf be like,
firsthand?
Gandalf should be like, he is coming, he is here, we better hurry up this up. But yeah, they, Aragorn, Legolas, Gimli, and Boromir all pledge themselves to Frodo, and they become the Fellowship of the Ring. And you're like, damn, I hope this lasts the entire 3 movies. Though I do like the scenes where like they're just chilling for a bit, and like Boromir's teaching Pippin and Merry how to sword duel.
Yeah, and them playing around, them eating. You know, like, this is nice. They're friends. At some points, Boromir's a little bit off, but like, they're friends.
And this was way before Sean Bean became known as the guy who keeps getting killed in things.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
people are like, we like this guy.
I know he broke that streak when it came to the Martian.
Yeah. And Jupiter is sending you.
I wish he died there.
But yeah, Gimli notices, are we taking the long route? Why not just, go through the mines of Moira? Gandalf's like, no.
My cousin owns it. Don't worry, it's safe.
Uh,
Goes in, everybody's dead.
but before that, they're crossing the mountains, and Gandalf and Saruman have like a magic battle. And I just love the scene of,
You know
Ian
what this
McKellen.
reminded me
What?
of? What's your name?
Tony!
Tony! What's your name? Ezekiel! That's what it reminded me of. Just them shouting each other. Lightning strikes, rocks fall.
But yeah, I just love. I don't know why. I just love seeing Christopher Lee just say these words, even though I don't know what they mean. Like, damn. What a
You know,
great-
it's really good that like Christopher Lee and um Ian McKellen. Yeah, this actually feels like very natural to them.
Yeah.
Like they actually sound and feel like old wizards who've been studying this for years.
Yeah.
Like I love that shit. Usually when people do like magic, like hocus pocus word magic, it's always like off. Like they have a little bit of an American accent to it too. I'm like,
You know what's crazy though? Christopher Lee met J.R. Tolkien, if I remember correctly. Yeah.
you know what? Of course he did. You could say that. Oh, he met John F. Kennedy before he got shot down.
The man.
I think the man experienced everything that he needed to experience in his life.
The man lived a full life. That's for sure.
Yeah, and that's why I wasn't really sad that he died, because I was like, this man has experience enough.
Yeah.
Leave some for us. Not kidding.
Made a
But, like,
metal band, and then made a metal musical. So there we go. Based on.
oh well, I'm a little bit upset that he's gone because I kind of want to meet the dude.
Me
but-
too. But yeah, they have to go through the mines of Moira, and they're like, Gandalf's like, I know the password. Speaks the word. Why isn't it working? And then Frodo
And I love how
figures it out.
it was so fucking simple.
And then Pippin's like, what do we do now? Like, he's like, shut up. I'll bash your head in through this door if you say another word.
Yeah. I don't know what's up with Gandalf and Pippin. Like, Gandalf just has it out for Pippin. Like, Pippin's like, what are we gonna do? Shut the fuck up! Well, I mean, I kind of get it, because see Pippin and Merry throwing rocks up to the lake, and like, Strider's like, don't disturb the water. And then the thing comes out, I'm like, there goes Pippin and Merry again. Fucking
Yeah.
it up for the whole group.
The watcher of the something lake.
Yeah.
That's what I googled that like 5 minutes ago. Like, what do you call that thing? Oh, the watcher. Okay.
Okay, I just call it the octopus thing.
But you're like, poor Gimli's like, can't wait for you to meet my cousin. We'll drink beer, eat meat. There'll be a fire.
Yo, you got
Why
it.
is no one
Like, he
greeting?
walks in and was like, I remember this place. And then you don't see the dead bodies right in front of you. Like, you don't see the skeleton. It's not much of a warm welcome. Kind of quiet for a mine.
Yeah.
Sorry, a kingdom.
And
Not
they
it's not a
called it a
mine.
mine. Oh no. And then like when he, oh no, that's after that. But like I do like the scene where, Gandalf's like, hey, Gollum's been following us since forever, and then, Frodo's like, I wish Bilbo killed him, and he's like, why? Bilbo stayed his hand because of pity. Like there's some.
Yeah.
There are many who will live who deserve that, and some who die who deserve life. Who are you to say which is which?
Yeah, I love it when Gandalf like fucking gives you words of wisdom, yet
Yeah.
somewhat kind of like insulting. Like, sorry,
Yeah, and it's
not insulting, not insulting, but like he's kind of pissed at you for saying it.
I do like the words of wisdom where it's like, I wish this never happened to me. It's like, so have all others who have gone down a similar route. You know, just have to do the best you can. It's like, damn.
Mm.
And that's why out of all the wizard characters in the movies, I like Gandalf the most. I am showing my hand, but like Gandalf's like special to me.
I mean, your name in Twitter, for fuck's sake.
And you know, a certain Discord community. If you're watching this, hi.
Yeah, there we go. Can you dress up as Gandalf this like next year? Because I'm really
I'll
tired
try.
of your old dinosaur shtick.
There's only once. Okay. Here's a picture. Yeah, it's, to see what he's
Yeah.
talking about.
There, look at that. He's cute.
And then Gandalf's like, wait, I do remember the way. Like, that's kind of convenient. Okay. Poor Gimli, though, seeing his cousins Doom just nailing the final, putting the final nail in the coffin, literally. It's like, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, dude, I'm sorry, he's dead.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah. Go on. Go on.
and then, Pippin fucking up real bad.
Another time. Like I think just like 4 times they fucked up.
Yeah.
Like, can you just not touch anything, do anything, and just follow what the adults are doing? I get it that you might be actually older than Aragon, but he seems like he has more experience than you fuckers.
Like, I like Aragorn's reaction where he's like,
you're just waiting for like Legolas, Gimli, and Aragorn, just like fuck.
but I love the battle where no one's like cowering in like in a corner. Everybody charges forward.
Oh, you gotta love the before that. There's this dwarf, and they theorize that dwarf was from Destination not from The Hobbit. He was the one with the beard, kind of wise. They all have beards. But what he wrote down was like his final moments, and it was like so horrible. Like they're coming, they're getting closer, they're here. And I'm like shit.
Oh
like,
man, that's kind of sad. I like that dwarf.
Yeah, but like just imagine he's experiencing all this while writing it at the same time. I was like,
Goodbye, fam.
the man was the man was in straight up panic, but could still write. I'm like, I can't.
But yeah, this battle is pretty cool. And then I like Boromir's being like, oh, they have a cave troll. It's like,
I love that. They have a cave troll.
Just says it so nonchalantly. It's like, oh, okay. This is what we're dealing with.
Expected.
But again, everybody charges forward. Like Gandalf, Gimli, and the hobbits. You're like, damn, no one backs down. I like that.
Oh yeah. Like I don't know why people said like, oh, was it Pippin? Pippin was like, oh, you'll find your courage. I was like, this dude has plenty of courage. He rushed into the battle. No fighting experience at all.
It's him fucking up that I have a problem with.
Yeah, but him being a coward, I don't think so.
Yeah. And then when the cave troll stabs poor Frodo again, I was like, they better not be tricking me with this trilogy. I swear to God.
Nah. Plot armor called Mithril. Yeah, but like again, Peter Jackson, we don't need to stay on the ledge face that long.
That is a good way to do suspense because you see Aragorn and be like, oh no. And then you're like, are you for real? Shit. Oh, okay.
Nah, but that's the advantage of having like a 3-hour plus nearing 4-hour movie. Yeah. Is that you forget that, oh, right, we gave him armor a while ago. Light as a feather. Tough as dragon skin.
And like they run out of the room and they're surrounded by all the orcs, but like something bigger approaches, and Saruman hinted at it. It's like, why are you so afraid? They go into the mines. You know what they woke up, and what they woke up, it's a big bag Balrog. And Rihanna's like, we're out of here, fam. Let's fucking run.
We're out of here, fam. Let's go. I would love to see Ian McKellen just say, we're out of here, fam. Let's go.
I love the scene where Aragorn's about to toss Gimli. He's like, no one throws a dwarf. And
he almost doesn't make it.
Yeah.
Not the bit.
But you can see Aragorn really cares about everyone, especially the hobbits. You're like, damn, he really is the king. Before we go on, I like the fact that he's avoiding destiny, essentially. He's like, I don't want to be king. I'm afraid I'll make the same mistakes.
I mean, there's a scene that I want to talk about, but once we get there.
Yeah.
Like, it's when they got to the forest.
And
they fought off the orcs. Yeah, you know what I mean. We'll get there soon. But fuck yeah, I love this scene. I love. Okay, to be honest, when I was a kid, I thought the Balrog scene was a little bit more intense. Like I thought they fought it They didn't. They just ran away from it. I kind of get it. I don't want to fight that thing either. But like, I love the scene where they're just running down the stairs. Yeah, there's a gap between them, and they're like they have to jump over. But seeing this thing going, you see this thing like coming closer. The light's getting brighter. Wall's starting to break. I'm like, God, get the fuck out of there.
And then they cross that bridge, and Gandalf's like, "You cannot pass." And that's just...
To be honest, I thought it was like, did we get the lines wrong? Was this a Mandela effect? I was like, no, wait a minute, something's wrong.
I can see how powerful Gandalf's magic is because he blocks that sword. Like, holy shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then
not with his sword,
but
with the staff.
Yeah, with the staff. And then we get the iconic line, "You shall not pass!" And every time I see it, it's just fucking goosebumps.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to really scream it out. There are people in my house.
No, that's why I laughed. There's no commitment.
Somewhere in time, maybe. But
when you're wearing the whole costume, do it.
There was a gap between Lego Lord of the Rings and when I saw this on Netflix. So when he gets grabbed, I'm like, he dies? No, he can't die. And then he says, "Fly, you fools." And he falls like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" And like I was like Frodo kind of, I was like, "What? No. Why?"
You see ends like, "God down." But actually, yeah, same here. First time watching this. Sadly, I saw bits of not Two Towers. Return of the King. So I kind of got spoiled that like I kind of knew he wasn't gonna die. Like he wasn't dead. Again, well, movie logic. If I don't see the body, it ain't dead. But also, I kind of saw bits of Return of the King, and I saw that scene where he's back and white.
That's Two Towers.
And that was Two Towers. I'm sorry, Two Towers. And I was like, damn, I kind of wish I didn't see this.
Right.
Like I kind of wanted to feel like, oh no, he was the Obi-Wan, and now he's gone. And oh wait, no, he's back. Fuck! I wanted to have that kind of reaction. But sadly, it's okay. It's still a good movie. Didn't take it away from me a little bit.
Yeah. I like Aragorn's reaction where he's like, "We have to keep going," and Boromir's like, "Just give them some time, man."
Give them a. I love how Boromir's on and off. Like sometimes he's a little bit crazy, but sometimes he's very caring. He's like, "Give him a minute." I'm like, "We don't have a minute."
Yeah.
You saw the things that came after us. They're gonna be here anytime soon.
Yeah.
I'm like, come on, we gotta go.
I like it when Gimli's walking through the forest. Like, I have the ears of a fox and something of a rabbit or something.
Eyes of an eagle or something like that. Eyes of an eagle and ears of a fox. And then there's just a bow in his face. I'm like, huh.
The dwarf's like, he breathes so loud. Could have shot him in the dark.
I love that shit.
But that's where they at least meet Galadriel for the first time.
And we kind of heard from Gimli, her introduction is that there's a witch in this forest, and if you gaze at her, you will be under her spell. For sure, Gimli was under her spell.
Yeah, Gimli is a massive simp for Galadriel. Who wouldn't be though?
Yeah. But don't do what Gimli does. We'll talk about it later, but don't do what Gimli does.
I like the scene where Frodo peers into the water and sees the possible future of the Shire.
The thing from Harry Potter?
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. I'm not comparing this to Harry Potter. Don't crucify me.
The time one's, hardcore, like, damn, the poor Shire is on fire.
Oh yeah, and everybody, like, all the hobbits were slaves. The Shire's just decimated. What else? Yeah, that's pretty much it.
But the scene where she transforms into her alternate self.
The thing from The Ring, yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, fuck, that's scary. But tells Frodo, like, just don't give up hope. You can do this on your own. You have the courage to.
Did she do it on purpose, or is this like kind of like a dual personality thing? Like once you've shown her the power, she was like, or it's my power, or was she doing that to scare Frodo? Like to the point like, don't give this to anybody else. Keep it to yourself.
I think it's the latter.
Okay, good, because I like that kind of thought process where even Gandalf was like, if you give this ring to me, and I wear it, I could do so many horrible things. And I think this is what this lady wizard is also saying. It's like, this is what you're gonna have if you give me the ring. Just worse. And I'm like, yes, Frodo, stop giving the ring to everybody else. Keep it in a box.
But they depart, and she gives them gifts. Like she gives Frodo that light, Legolas new bow. Doesn't give Aragorn anything because he's already king in her eyes.
Yeah.
Gimli asks for.
Here we go. Yeah, that's the thing I was trying to tell you, all you Sims out there. I'm also one. I could call you that, whatever. Don't ask for hair. Don't ever do that. That is just weird. And I love how she was like, oh, I'm flattered, I'm giving you 3. As nice as that sounds, it's still weird.
Yeah. Like, Gimli, calm down. Calm your hormones,
please. She gives Sam rope and gives Pippin and Merry 2 daggers. I don't know what the rope does. I forgot what it does.
Me too. When we revisit Two Towers, for sure, we'll learn about it.
Okay. It's our journey as well.
Yeah. We'll do better than what we did for the other fantasy movie. Spoilers for a possible other video, so I don't know.
Okay.
Hey, Jomer knows what I'm talking about. Anyway.
No, I don't.
I like that you keep kind of seeing Gollum, but not really. Like he's off in distance, like just stalking them. You don't get Andy Serkis as Gollum yet. You'll just have to wait for 2 hours.
Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot, where you don't really see him. You see him stalking, which gives this kind of like, they're never safe. Like, I get it, Gollum, like, anybody, like Boromir or Legolas or Gimli could just cut off his head, just like that. But nah, he's like waiting for the perfect moment to just strike when there's nobody around.
Yeah.
But...
And you're like, Boromir's kind of tempted. You're wrong, because he is very tempted by the ring. And like almost killed Frodo.
Yeah, he even accuses him of like, oh, you're gonna give it to Sauron once you get to Mount Doom.
Yeah.
Or something like that. And I'm like, man, the boy's been through so much. You don't need to give him this shit.
And that's why he's terrified of Aragorn. Just like, stay the fuck away from me, man. This is my burden to bear. And Aragorn's like, oh, okay. I have to let you go then. This is your journey.
Yeah, no, but this is the scene I was talking about. It was Aragorn comes in after the whole Boromir scene, and Aragorn's like, I can keep you safe. And then Frodo goes, can you keep me safe from you? And I was like, wow, okay. And then he shows him the ring, and you can see there is temptation in Aragorn. But this is why I like this character a lot, is that I really thought he was gonna take it or like be corrupted by it first time watching this. And instead he just closes his hands. He is the first man to like refuse the ring that close. He was that close to grabbing it. Now he just closes his hand. I'm like, proves that, you know, Aragorn's a lot more of a man than you thought. I'm like, alright, cool.
Yeah.
I like it.
And that builds up his character to where by the end you're like, he definitely is the king and the rightful leader of man, at least.
His will was stronger than his like desire.
Yeah. I do like the battle that follows because it's a really epic battle.
Dude, I at some points I feel like Aragorn can solo.
Yeah, right?
So solo this whole movie. I'm like, damn, he's fighting like what, 30, 20 orcs?
So could Boromir too, if he if he didn't get shot.
Yeah.
But that scene is like really heartbreaking too. Like he can stop anytime, man. You don't have to keep going. Oh, he just keeps going.
Oh yeah, the man had like an arrow in his heart and then an arrow at his like stomach area. And then I'm like, damn, that's it. Oh, he's still standing up. Please stop. No, it gets shot like 2 more times.
Yeah,
One
he
more
got
time.
shot by that hybrid of an orc, the Urukai. It's like
Yeah,
that thing's
Urukai.
scary.
I'm also like just saying. I remember Sarma was like, "Oh, we made the perfect mixture of like elf and dark magic is this Urukai." And I'm like, one dude wasted maybe I don't know 8, 9 of them before he went down. Are you sure they're the perfect soldier?
No, I think he was referring to the Urukai itself, not the orcs.
No, those were Urukai. Those were
Which,
the things that they were like putting like white
oh, right, right.
handprint on. So I'm
Yeah,
just saying, Saruman, you gotta choose other. Like I say, stick to man, crap man. I think that those are better.
um, but yeah, Aragon solos the main Urukai as one. Like, damn, Aragon's a badass. He's the badass of Middle Earth.
Oh hell yeah, he's the first edgy boy, edgy soft boy. The man writes poetry and expresses his love for the girl that he likes, just right in front of people. I'm like, and kisses his like brother's head, brother in
Yeah.
arms. I mean,
Um,
when he's dying, I'm like, damn, this man's manly as fuck.
that scene is really sad too, because Boromir's like, I would have followed you to the end. My brother, my captain, my king. Like, God, he called him
This
king.
that's the part where I'm like, so much responsibilities on your shoulders, but these tears I can't see them very well. Like,
Uh,
I again, I really love this scene. They're even like very physical. I like it. Like you know how the war films are like, yeah, you died well, brother. Nah, here there's tears. There's touching. There's like kissing him on the fire. I'm like, this is hitting me so much more. I don't know why.
Poor Merry and Pippin get kidnapped. You're like, what the fuck's gonna happen now? And like, Frodo is going off on his own, and Sam's like, no, I'm coming with you, and almost drowned. And you're like, you see from the start, the beginning of how strong the friendship is between Frodo and Sam, and how much Frodo needs Sam, actually. Because without Sam, this movie would have ended in the middle of Two Towers, essentially.
Okay, you know what? I think if Sam got the ring, this movie would have ended at Two Towers. Because I really think Sam is way better than the Frodo.
Yeah.
Way better than Pippin and Merry as well.
But Legolas, Gimli, and Aragorn. Well, at least Legolas is like, we have to catch up with them, and then he sees Aragorn's face like, we're not catching up with them, are we? And he's like, Frodo's face is no longer our own, but we won't abandon Pippin and Merry to torment and death. So let's hunt some orcs, shall we? And you're like,
Yeah, well,
yeah.
Gimli's like, fuck yeah, let's go!
And the movie ends with Frodo and Sam staring up to the distance, like, damn, that's a far way to go, but
No, but like that, they're steps away from Mordor. I'm like, shit. Like you feel the weight of their responsibilities. Like, these are hobbits. These aren't battle like hardened warriors. Nah, these are just two people who just lazed around all day.
Yeah.
And now they have to go there.
Bilbo went through his trial of fire. Now it's Frodo's turn.
Yeah, the Middle Earth ain't still kind to beginners.
But yeah, that's where the story ends, and one day we'll get through all of these movies, step by step, which I can't wait to do. But what would you ultimately rate this movie?
Oh shit! I'm not. Okay, I'm just giving this score because I really need to rewatch the other two movies because I haven't seen it in such a long as time. But I will give this one probably an 8. I know it's not fair because I really want to wait for the others because I don't want to give 10 out of 10s for like 3 movies. I know they're amazing, but just hear me out. But like I just want to save it. But I want to rate this entire thing all on its own.
So do you want to just rate?
Do we want to? No. This is what I'm asking. Do we want to rate this, or do you want to wait until we finish the entire thing?
No, we can rate these individually. They're just 3 movies anyway.
Okay. So I'm not gonna say there's an 8 out of 10 from all the movies I've seen. There's an 8 out of 10 from these 3 movies. Like, which one's the best? Which one's the like?
So you're saying
which one's the least favorite and favorite?
You're giving Fellowship of the Ring 8 out of 10, and you're just gonna
Like probably go up from there or go down from there.
Okay.
Yeah. Depends on what I think of Two Towers and Return of the Kings. But yeah, it's an 8 out of 10 for me. And I don't know, this movie's fucking great, but if you're a first timer when it comes to fantasy or trying to get into the Lord of the Rings, watching the definitive edition, it's not really the best route. Because I did find myself trying to like pausing the movie and taking a break. But then again, I had such a time crunch because I was very busy this week. But it really tired me out watching this one movie, and the other movies are the same lengths as well. So if I would say this is for beginners, no. If you really, really want to watch this, go ahead. Like if you really want to know what we're talking about. If you've seen The Hobbit, jump right in. But if this is your first time seeing a fantasy film,
Middle-earth film.
Try Middle-earth film. Try something a little bit lighter and then build your way up to here.
Yeah. I'm gonna give this a 9 out of 10. Like I don't really have any complaints other, than the runtime, which some people might be like, damn, this is a long movie.
It's very intimidating.
Yeah. But I promise you it's worth it. Like it's very immersive,
it is.
And you're so absorbed into the world that you're like, damn, these 4 hours kind of fly a bit.
It does.
Yeah. But this is a great start. These are great characters. It has great action set pieces. The score by Howard Shore is amazing too. Like his Hobbit theme is amazing. Every time they go back to Isengard, the drums are just like, damn, this is pretty cool. You can tell who the bad guy is, essentially.
Isengard's nasty too. I'm like, damn. Props to you, the prop, the prop guys, this designers for the set pieces. I'm like, cool. I'm uncomfortable. Good job.
But yeah, that's why I give it 9 out of 10. This is a great start, and this is one of the greatest fantasy movies today. Whether thrown together by the other two or just by itself, it's a great movie.
And hey, if you get tired, don't be afraid to take a break.
Yeah. But yeah, the Lord of the Rings franchise has 2 really good games, being Shadow of Mordor and Shadow of War. Have you played either of those?
Yes, I have. I completed them now.
I haven't finished the second one yet, but the first one I love. I love just going full rated R on these orcs. I'm like, it's not gore. It's orc blood.
We see some beheadings in this movie, so we're no strangers to it in Middle Earth.
Yeah. But that is all the time we have. This has been our video on Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring. What do you think about this video? If you like this video, please consider liking it, subscribing to our channel, and ding the bell icon to get notified of when we upload next. But where can you find us? You can find us on facebook.com/geeksanddegenerates. We also have a Discord community. We like to chat with our fans. Drummer's kind of shy, but you'll get used to it.
Hey, okay. Look, if you start putting out like Lord of the Rings lore, like shit I'm missing out on, I'll stop by. No, I'm kidding. Okay, I'll stop by regardless. But like, please, even in the comments, give us a little bit more lore because I do have a lot of questions that I want answered. Like, yeah, drop by our Discord and everything. Where can they find you, by the way, Enzo? Individually.
Well, you mentioned it already. You can find me at Kendavos1995 on Twitter and Instagram. The links are down below.
Fucking nerd.
I know. How about you, Jomar?
You can find me at JomGeom on Instagram. It is my art account, and I like to draw.
But yes, please continue to stay safe, wear a mask, social distance, get vaccinated if you can. This is Enzo and Jom of Geeks and Degenerates, and we'll be saying goodbye for now. Bye.
Yeah.